Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Jenny. We ditched the corporate world to spend a year exploring.
And our goal is to get out and see all the incredible places and meet interesting people.
And maybe find a place to put roots down.
So join us as we explore both on and off the beaten path. Sometimes we'll be somewhere.
And sometimes nowhere.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, welcome to the new rig. All right. So if you're watching this video, you have either been following us for the first half of the year since we went full time, or you're looking at information on the Aterra. Either way, what we thought we would do is put together a walkthrough video here, walking through externally as well as internally what the rig is and what it's all about. Before we do that, we'll tell you the why behind it. So if you haven't been following us, Jenny and I have been living full time since January. We started the year off in our Jeep JK, which was great. It got us to a lot of really cool remote places, got us really places that no one else could get to, and it was amazing.
Yeah, lots of good memories.
Lots of good memories. The difficulty with it was because it had soft sides, the weather actually dictated a lot of what we were able to do and where we were able to go. And so that frustrated us a little bit. And then we started turning our attention into end of the year, colder temperatures, maybe more remote locations, maybe going Alaska, maybe going other places. Yeah. So really at that point, what we said was, we're going to need a different rig. Essentially, as much as we love the Jeep, there were just limitations that we couldn't overlook.
And I found the Aterra XL.
So we started doing a ton of research on things. We looked at vans, we looked at trailers, we looked at pop-ups, slide-ins, and we always kept coming back to an Aterra.
Yes.
For a number of reasons that we'll sort of walk you through.
But Dan wasn't convinced until Jeremy popped in.
Yeah, and so then, as we were traveling out west, we're in the Pacific Northwest right now, as fate would have it, we were actually traveling through Oregon when the Pacific Northwest Overland Expo was happening, where Jeremy was selling this rig, and the pieces kind of just came together, both in terms of finances, in terms of the deal, but then also in terms of really getting to know Jeremy and really getting to understand everything that he had done to put this particular...
So much.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So all the pieces really just kind of came together, and we had to look at it and say, okay, it's just meant to be.
This was our dream.
Yeah. And we've been in it now for a week or so, I would say. There's still some things we're adjusting to, but overall, it's been amazing.
Yeah, we're adjusting to the king bed. We're adjusting to like not getting bit by bugs all day long.
Not having to care whether it's windy.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard.
Cooking indoors. Yeah, there's so many adjustments. But anyway, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to walk you through a little bit about the vehicle itself. I'm going to take you on a tour of the exterior, and then we're going to move inside for the interior.
Yes, I'll walk you through the interior.
All right, so let's do it.
Yay.
Okay, so for the walk around, what we're going to do on the outside is we're going to start up front here, and we will work our way all the way around the vehicle. Now, as we briefly mentioned in the intro, we can't take credit for any of these details. Jeremy is the one who put time, effort, and a lot of thinking, critical thinking into what this vehicle is. So I'm going to go over a bunch of it, the things that stuck out to us, and I'm sure he's going to ding me on the side and say, hey, moron, you forgot these things. So we'll add any additional detail in the descriptions as well. But what originally attracted me to this was the platform. So this was built on an F350 platform. It's a 2019 one-ton. So what that means is you have the capacity to carry all the weight that you're going to need to carry when you do things like load it up with gear for full-time living. That's something that is often overlooked, but is taken care of in the F350. Okay, so starting up front, we've got a full bar winch and enough lights here to light up the sun. It is absolutely incredible. Now, starting to work our way back, the passenger side of the vehicle, I'll point out a couple of things. The first is that this was built on 37s. This also has a full Carli suspension in it with king shocks. So what that means, number one, from a compliance perspective, it is a very compliant ride. It is very planted. And for a one-ton vehicle, nimble isn't the word that I would use, but it is very smooth and it's nice. And again, Jeremy had this sprung to the weight of the full vehicle. And so not only is it totally custom, totally trick, it's exactly set up for the weight that it's carrying. So let's move our way back. For anyone looking into the Aterra, what you've seen is that it is designed for a flatbed. So what that means is, in order to put this camper on, you need to also build a flatbed onto the particular vehicle that you're doing. Jeremy worked with Highway Products to put this together, and this thing is built unbelievably solid. There's also really nice details. This is a pass-through that you have a light that comes on when you do this. This is where we keep all of our camping gear, our chairs, tables, etc., etc. And when it closes, it seals extremely well, so it keeps all of that dust out. Another reason the F350 chassis was one that I had looked at is because you have a full spare, a 37-inch spare underneath. So the reason that was really important for us, especially for full-time use, is you'll see other platforms and they will have 37s, 38s, 40s, and this will be taken up by that spare. Now for a weekend or for a week-long trip, that might be okay, and that might be totally doable. For full-time living, all the storage is something that you really, really want. And so having this full pass-through is an unbelievable bonus. We also have 4 boxes, 2 on either side, as you can see here. The way that we set this up is on this side, which obviously is our access to the camper. We put the things that we are going to use every day that we set up for camp. So every day that we get into camp, we have a routine. Because we live on this side of the camper, we set all of these for things that we can just grab and go. It's a bit of a mess right now because we're still moving in, but you can see. So this is our everyday stuff that we're going to need. Also, really nice shelving that this makes here. So up top, we don't have it out right now, but there is an awning that comes right out. It is manually activated from the side. It's just a crank out. We haven't been in any super high winds with it yet, but it seems to work very well for us. Also the camper actually has a screen door as well as a solid door. So at night you can lock this up and feel very safe with it. And then during the day when you're hanging out, you strap this back and you get excellent ventilation through. And that's something I'll point out all around. So Arctic turn windows all around. They have the full shades, they have the screens, and then multiple positions on the windows. So when we get anywhere, we immediately set this up, the wind starts blowing through, and even when it's really hot, it stays very, very cool in there. Okay, so moving towards the back, this was set up for an additional 2 5-gallon containers in this. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with those yet. I don't know if we'll need the additional water. As we come to the side, I'll show you all the water that we have on this. We're just going to play that by ear, but that could be additional fuel, that could be additional water. Theoretically, we could also take these off and put bike racks on or something like that. So that's just what we're going to have to see over time. Okay, so coming around to the driver's side, we'll start with the camper. What we've got here is propane. So this holds 20 gallons of propane, standard tank, and this goes for the heat for the camper as well as the hot water. It also has a really nice app that you can connect to see how full it is. So that's a really nice bonus that we have. Moving forward, what we have here is the Truma. This is dual function, and so this works. Jenny will probably show you inside, but this works inside for heat. It's also on-demand hot water, which is all stored right here. So 30 gallons of fresh water that we have right here, and that sits amidships. Again, really nice design. You've got the weight that's in the center of the vehicle and as low as possible, so very, very nice design. And then this has 205 amp hour lithium ion batteries. So we have a total of 210, which powers the camper. Also with the Aterra, there are 4 solar panels on top for a total of 400 watts of charging. That's always active. And then these batteries are also charged DC to DC charger. So when the vehicle is running, it charges these. So it's sort of when you're running, it's charging them. And then as you're relaxing and sitting here, and even though you can tell right now, Pacific Northwest weather, it's not super bright, but it is actively charging right now as we sit here. Okay, and then coming through to the other side, again, I made the point on the other side, but this is full pass-through. Another really nice detail of this vehicle is right here, and this is the fuel cap. And so Jeremy put on an extended 60-gallon tank. It was actually a diesel tank that he converted to petrol. That gives us an extended range in this, which again, as we were thinking about full-time, maybe longer travel, having a 60-gallon tank underneath is one that gets you additional range and is just perfect for us. Okay, so the final thing on this side of the vehicle that I will point out when we talked about the Truma heater, the on-demand hot water, is this, which is wonderful. And this will help Jenny and I stay out for extended periods, and it is an external shower. And so when you're in the middle of nowhere like we are today, you can turn on your hot water heater, your propane is already ready to go, and plug in your shower, and you can have a shower right outside here in the middle of nature. So that should give us the ability to extend trips as well, to have to do less hotels or less Airbnbs or anything like that, because we can get showers on the road. Okay, so with that, let's move inside. So if you guys have watched any of our videos, you know Dan is boring and Jenny brings the fun. So this should be interesting.
Come on in. Welcome to the interior of our Aterra XL. Before I give you guys a walk around, just wanted to say AT Overland did an amazing job at thinking through all the details and use of space. I mean, everything has a purpose, serves a purpose in this vehicle. So come on back. We're going to start over here. This is our dinette, which love it. It's super fun. Dan and I can have dinner together now and be out of the elements. So on this side here, if you pull it back, which I will in a second, it's got a wrap-on toilet. So we don't use that. We're going to reserve that for big time emergencies. We still like to go outside when possible and if possible, but it's really nice knowing that you have a indoor toilet if you need it. So I'll show you guys how that works. And what's cool about the wrap-on toilet that we liked is it's not like your normal cassette toilets that typically come in these things. It's, in Jenny words, it just, you don't have to see anything. It heat seals your bag, does everything for you, and you don't have to see anything. So it's kind of like a flush, but it's a heat seal. And then over here, I'm not going to open it. It's just additional storage. It's actually a lot of storage. What I like about this dinette area too is it's got that long window and 2 side windows. So really good for getting fresh air while we're eating. And then as we come over here, you can see there's a ton of space. So this is our cooking area. Lots of space to prep so we can actually cook together, which is, I think, is important. So very simple. It's a Dometic 2-burner stove. It's got your kitchen. Like I said, it's a 2-burner stove. And then underneath here, we keep all of our towels and soap, etc. Easy to use the water. All you do is press a button, and it's like you're at home. Super cool. And we always just turn that off. And then this is the Truma system that heats the water as well as our battery standby. I still don't know what all that means. Dan just tells me the right side should not go down that much, and it hasn't. So far it's been very good. So very easy to clean up, easy to store things on. Additionally, what we like too is it's got a light, so you can cook at night. Also, if you want to do some work, if you're like that, bring your laptop here, and it's a nice little fake ring light.
And what is that thing up there?
This is the good question, Dan. So this is a vent that you can easily just turn on while you're cooking. This is your exhaust fan. So cool thing about the siding on this, the ceilings, is that it's made of felt, so you can Velcro things on there. So we just took this little bag and we put our toothbrushes and toothpaste in there, so it's just easy to grab. All right, so moving on, still in our kitchen, is the amazing 90-liter fridge. So this is a Luna Legacy 90-liter dual fridge freezer. Love it. It's store a ton of stuff. So you can see we've got our condiments, our drinks, and then food. We've got food for days. So awesome, and I love the fact that you can turn it into a freezer or just one big refrigerator, which we've kind of done that. And then I said earlier, additional prep space. So whether that be you want to fold laundry over here or help cook, just extra space, which is awesome. Next I will take you, this is our quick, it's kind of messy right now, but this is a little closet area. So we just keep our, we use our dirty clothes and our jackets are in there. All right, before I move on to the bedroom section, I do want to point out the amount of storage this has. So in total, there's 10 of these Step 22 cases that we keep our pots and pans, food, personal items, spices, bar, most important, our bar, Just, I mean, it's amazing how much space this thing has. Okay, onto the living quarters. So we've got 3 huge drawers that can hold a lot of stuff. So this is mine, all my clothes. And then Dan's is on this side, and then over here we've got our quick to grab stuff, cooking utensils, etc. Next, I'm gonna go show you one cool feature is when we weren't ready to go to bed, we've got steps. So these are little pegs that hold everything in. And these steps allow us to come up here, access the bed. So when we're ready to go to bed, we pull out the drawers, pull the bed back, and this actually folds out to a full king that Dan and I love. Awesome being able to spread out and have room. So during the day, obviously we stow that away, but at night it comes all the way out to here and we've got a king bed. I love the fact that this has 7 windows. I think Dan said it outside, has 7 windows, allows air to come in. It's just, you feel like you're one with the outdoors and not getting pestered by bugs. So overall, absolutely love it.
Anything else, Jenny?
I love you for buying this for me, and Jeremy, thank you for putting this together. And thank you, AT Overland. And you guys all rock. Everybody rocks. That's the Aterra.
Okay, so we hope you guys like this walk around. If there's any questions you have or any other things you want to point out, drop them in the comments below. Obviously, if you like this video,
Subscribe.
please. Okay, thanks everybody. We'll see you later. Oh, and watch out for this next episode because we are in the Pacific Northwest and we are about to go to Olympic. So, all right, see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Ooh.